Thanks for joining me ahead of the Wolves Man United match under the floodlights at Molineux tomorrow night on the 8th of December. At the start of the game, Manchester United are on 12th on 22 points, and as we know, Wolves at the bottom on 2 points after 14 games. And I keep saying it, that they're still, as it stands, about 72 points to play for. Every time I say that, the games are going, Wolves are getting no more points, and the points to play for are getting less and less. But as it stands, Wolves 14 games, 2 points at the bottom. We're heading for some nasty, unwanted records, because even the season when Derby got 11 points all season, they'd already got 6 by this point. And Sheffield United had 2 points a few seasons ago after the same amount of games, but they'd scored a few more goals. We've only scored 7 goals, and the top scorer in the Premier has got about 1, and there's several players on 1. Our strikers are not firing, nobody's firing, and we're having problems with defence. We've conceded the most goals. Midfield, protecting the defence and pushing forward, and attack where we're firing blanks, if firing at all. And as we come into this game, Man United's form has been a bit inconsistent, but they've probably been better on the road, because it was just under a fortnight ago they were on the live Sky match at home against Everton, where they played a lot of the game against 10 men. Everton had a player sent off after about 13 minutes, and Everton won 1-0. And a few days ago they drew to near bottom team West Ham, but away from home they've gone to Anfield, and they've won there 2-1. And recently they've gone away at Crystal Palace, and they won 2-1. Well, that was last week, even though they were 1-0 down at half time. And tomorrow we're up against old boy Matheus Cunha. Please, Matheus, probably won't be listening, but don't score. And if you do, don't celebrate. But you probably will. But yeah, it's the nightmare. It's looming large. Please, we don't want to see Matheus Cunha coming to Molineux and sticking one past his old team. But last season when we played them, we did the double. I remember walking it on Boxing Day to the game, because we had visitors that day and my car was blocked in, so I walked it to the match. And Man United, they also had one sent off, and but I think we were already 1-0 and we won 2-0. Remember, we finished the game right at the end when we had a break. Tommy Doyle, remember him? He broke, fed it to Cunha, 2 against 1, and he slipped it to Wang, who sealed the deal just before the end. But the second game we won 1-0 at Old Trafford. A Sarabia free kick. Remember him again, Sarabia? But that time we were in the midst. That was during that run, the 6-game winning run. We had Cunha, although he was suspended, Aït-Nouri, Sarabia, Guedes, Nelson Semedo. Looking back, what a team that was. And now the form we're in, it's absolutely terrible. Everything that has gone wrong this season probably has. And tomorrow, to cap it all, one of our better players, João Gomes, picked up a booking at home against Forest the other night, so he's unavailable through suspension. And one of the possibilities to replace him, Marshall Monetzi, as the manager said in his press conference on Friday, he's pulled his calf muscle, so he's looking doubtful. And so who are we going to replace him with in midfield? Matheus Mane? Or I don't know what the fitness status of Krejci is, because if he's fit, he's a possible midfielder. But with him being out for a couple of games previous to this, would he go straight in? But I've met a lot of fans recently, season ticket holders at that as well, who are so demoralised with Wolves' current plight, performance, and just everything at the moment, that they don't want to go. They can't be bothered to go, because we went on Wednesday night. There was no fight. We picked up a bit of confidence, even though we lost against Villa last week. It was a much better performance. There was more energy. and it was competitive, and their goalkeeper was man of the match. But all that fizzled out. We'd hoped that this might be a turning point against Nottingham Forest, with possibility of a home win, because they'd been struggling this season, but false dawn. But there was no fight, no passion, and it was we fizzled out a tame defeat. But there's talks of protest in front of the Billy Wright stand at I think it's at 6:45. The kickoff's due to be 8, and there's another planned protest as well, exhorting the fans to stay outside the ground for the first 15 minutes. So Folkestone will see empty stands. But whatever happens out, well, that's supported or not, it's not good for the morale of the team. But I think Folkestone need to be made aware, if they aren't already, of our fans' feeling, because it wasn't so long ago when we were 7th twice in a row, playing in Europe, and look at the team we had: Neves, Moutinho, players like Vitina, what we had at the time, Vitor Ferreira, his name is, but he couldn't even get in the team, and look at him now. Such was the strength of the midfield. But look at things now, where the relegation almost inevitable, and them saying that we were going to be better than Man City, to them saying earlier in the year that if you want silverware, European football, etc., you better pick another club. But it's not looking good, and next week it's away at Arsenal. But that's it. Thanks.